Did you know that Volkswagen, the vehicle of peace-loving hippies, was created by Nazis as their fascist dream car?
Hey friends, welcome back to the Encyclopedia Ange channel, where I'm no expert, just endlessly curious about everything. Just a quick note that if you're liking what you're seeing, subscribing really does help me. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on what topics you'd like me to cover in the future. So today I've asked my daughter Isa to join us. Welcome, Isa.
Thank you, I'm glad to be here. Today's story is about how one of the world's most iconic cars was born out of history's darkest chapters. Sponsored by the Third Reich, dreamed up by Hitler, and built by forced labor.
So let's rewind to 1933. Adolf Hitler had just risen to power in Germany, and he's already giving some discerning people a serious case of the creeps.
One of his big goals, besides, complete world domination, was to butter up the German middle class.
He had been selling them on the idea that he was going to make them wealthy and happy as long as they let him run Germany the way he saw fit.
So, he pitched a car that was affordable to the average German family.
A cheap, reliable, no-frills vehicle that the German family could use to travel all over their perfect Aryan land on vacation.
He called it the Volkswagen, which literally means the people's car.
Hitler hired Ferdinand Porsche, who would go on to create some of the world's sleekest sports cars, to create his people's car.
Hitler promised that every German would own one, but by the time they had saved up their own money, unfortunately for them, Volkswagens were being produced as Nazi war vehicles and no longer available to the people.
So the Nazis started construction on a massive factory in 1938 in a town they literally named City of the Strength Through Joy Car. Really rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. Workers were all going to get their own car by paying into a savings program.
By the time the workers had saved up their money, they were left with broken dreams.
The Nazis took the money, said thanks, and used it to build tanks instead.
By the time World War II kicked off, the Volkswagen factory didn't start churning out cute cars. It was repurposed to build military vehicles.
But here's where it gets even darker. Volkswagen relied on prisoners of war, concentration camp inmates, to build their vehicles.
By 1944, 2/3 of the factory's workforce was slave labor.
As if forced labor wasn't dark enough, Volkswagen also played a role in one of the war's most chilling chapters. What happened to the children of its laborers?
Many of the female workers arrived pregnant or became pregnant while at the factory.
At first, they were just sent home. But by 1943, with the war going badly, deporting pregnant workers was no longer an option.
So Volkswagen opened a so-called nursery on site. And by nursery, I mean a place to stash newborns so their mothers could get back to building military vehicles. Children were moved to a facility where nearly every baby died of starvation, neglect, or lack of medical care. It's estimated that 365 infants died there.
After the war, Volkswagen's factory doctor, Hans Korbel, was held responsible and executed for criminal neglect.
The British then took control of the Volkswagen factory. They decided not to destroy it. Instead, they rebranded the car, cleaned off the swastikas, and handed the factory over to the new democratic West German government.
The VW Beetle was rebranded, not as a Nazi-mobile, but as a symbol of peace and counterculture.
By the time the 60s rolled around, the car designed for fascists, ironically, became the right of choice for people who protested fascism.
In 1996, the company finally fessed up and attempted to make reparations for its dark past.
So the next time you see a Volkswagen Beetle, just remember, it may look like a bug, but it has the past of a cockroach. There's always a question to be answered, and I'm always here to ask it. See you next time.